We made a little earlier of boxing. So with the boxer, he has in his corner a coach. And when the round is over, the boxer goes back to his ring. What does that coach do? Well, he will rub him down. He'll rub him with oil. He'll give him water. And then he'll give him some words of encouragement. He'll tell him everything he's doing right. But then he'll give him some reminders. He says, now, when you go back in this next time, you're going to need to do this and need to move around a little bit more. He's going to tell him things to help him to be successful to win the fight. Well, similarly, Jehovah God acts as our trainer. How does he train us? Well, isn't it true at the meetings like this, at our assemblies, and at our regional conventions? We come to the meetings, and Jehovah, our trainer, is telling us, now, you're doing well, but here's where you need to improve. And he does that through the faithful slave, by our studies, public talk, the watchtower. And don't we drink richly from his word, the Bible, these refreshing waters of truth? And that's why when we leave the meeting, we go back out into the world, we're ready for another fight. How many of us leave the meeting and say, well, I wish I never went to that meeting? Well, that was a big mistake going to that meeting. No, we don't feel that way, do we? Don't we feel refreshed? Don't we feel energized? We're ready to go back out there and to keep fighting. We're ready to go another round, aren't we? And that's why the Apostle Paul tells us there in the Scriptures, if we take advantage of these provisions Jehovah gives us, we will be, what did he say? Aiming our blows so as to not strike the air. See, the Apostle Paul used the boxing analogy to illustrate the fight that you and I are in. So if we're going to come off victorious, we can't lose sight of the reason why we're in this fight in the first place. Why are we fighting? Every day, every week, every month, every year. We want Jehovah's approval and we want his blessing, don't we? That's really why we're doing this. Let's look at Hebrews chapter 11. And in Hebrews chapter 11, this illustrates just how intense this fight is that we're in. Hebrews chapter 11, notice verse 6. There it says, moreover, without faith, it is impossible to please God well. For whoever approaches God must believe that he is, and that he becomes the rewarder of, now listen to the expression carefully, those earnestly seeking him. So you notice that expression, earnestly seeking. In the original language, that means concentrated effort and intensity. Concentrated effort and intensity. That's the type of effort we have to put forth if we are going to win and receive Jehovah's blessing. Now, that concentrated effort, we have to have perseverance. That leads to blessings. That reminds me of a Bible account. Maybe we can look at our image on the screen. So let's look at an image here. How many of us, by show of hands, remember what account that is? You remember?